Hello everyone, welcome back to Cassette Confessions for another bonus video. So we're still continuing with the music trend really that I've done on the previous video I did. So we are talking about another band actually that was quite famous, very popular at the time in the 1980s. These were obviously, title suggests, thumbnail, Duran Duran, obviously. So my history of Duran Duran is very interesting because my mum was a Duranish. She was a fan of the band. And the band's period between 1981 and 1985, that's more her period of the band. 86 onwards, not really a bit of a fan really. Obviously I like that sort of, I like Duran Duran, like, what they've been doing up the career. I'd probably say up till about maybe 2000, I would say probably that last time they were good, really. From the debut album maybe up to Pop Trash, I would say, really. And yeah, I thought it'd be interesting to dive into Duran Duran, really. So there we go. I've shown this video before on a VHS bundle back in 2018, this was, so it's an interesting one. So, and interesting enough, fascinating enough, this is one like an early VHS that's in the collection, really, obtained, really. So this is from 1983, this is. So it's an original copy. I had a quick look, maybe also like Discogs and stuff, to have a quick check. And yeah, this was only released in. There's only two releases that were been released actually at the time. This is one. The original version I'm showing in from 1983, and there's another version in 1987 which had an 18 age rating on it actually. So it's again like a later reissue at the time. So around Notorious, between Notorious and Big Thing time really. So yeah. So what we've got here. We've got 11 music videos from the band, so it's basically from 81 to 83. This is, so you got stuff from the debut album, the Rio album, and the one-off single is "There's Something I Should Know." Indeed, so yeah, interesting design. The cover art's very typical of the time for Duran Duran, especially around 83 time when they do like this sort of that sort of like pop, again that pop art, so that sort of italic D's and stuff, large italic D's and everything. But it's interesting. Context of the video is interesting. I'll have to mention. So obviously you've got the standard hits. You've got Planet Earth. That's normal. Rio, normal. Hungry Like the Wolf, normal. The Chauffeur is on here as well. Not a single, but it's a popular one. It's always been a popular song at the time, really. It's got Perry Lister from Hot Gossip, and he later works with, he collaborates with Kenny Everett a few times on his TV shows at the time. Is in it doing it's like a pop video version of The Night Porter from 1974. And this is Something I Should Know Now. And but there's some interesting inclusions on here as well. First things first, we've got Lonely in Your Nightmare, which is filmed in Sri Lanka. It was never released as a single or anything like that, but it's been included on here. It's included on here. It's been interesting actually because I never knew there was actually a music video for that song. Interestingly, it's a bit of a weak song, really, on the Rio album, really for me. Yeah, that was another one. That was part of the shoot really that they did in Sri Lanka. They did Save a Prayer, Hungry Like the Wolf, and another one they did, which was Night Boat from the debut album in 1991. Interesting enough. Sort of homaging. It's supposed to be intentionally homaging Zombie 2, the Italian horror sort of quasi sort of sequel to Dawn of the Dead. Really interestingly, and yeah, a bit of an interesting choice, really. You've also got My Own Way, the single version. Not a fan of that version. I prefer the album version. It's better, really. They re-record that, for the Rio album. It's better. What else is on here? I think it's all just Careless Memories, of course. Like a forgotten gem that is, a forgotten single that is. Really, again, good song as well. The more interesting thing about this is that it features girls on film, not the standard, edited version, that single version. We've got the night version, and it's the uncensored version. My mum has always talked about this song to me when I was young, over the years, obviously when I was young, to mention I used to like Duran Duran. This is music video called Girls on Film with women mud wrestling, really. And I thought, what the interesting. So it's like a tale being brought down from a days in fandom, really. And it's interesting. Yeah, it's obviously mixed around. Yes, you do. You get girls mud wrestling, but you also got people like a large Asian man, Japanese fella being massaged on. It's all on a wrestling ring. It is someone you got like a lifeguard situation with a girl who's just falls back into a small inflatable paddling pool on there. It's a bit weird. You've also got some behind the scenes stuff, of course. Trying the whole thing with getting the models ready with makeup and using ice cubes to harden the nipples up and stuff like that. It's interesting. Again, this doesn't have age. This version doesn't have age rating. The ASM version does. So there's a little bit of nudity in this thing actually. So there you go. Again, it's the night versions I do enjoy. Girls on Film, again, a really good one actually. Pareto is the same. Hunger Like the Wolf is another one. Some people. I mean, my own way, don't really care about it because it's that single version. It's not good, even when extended. Not really. It's not my thing, unfortunately. But yeah, it's a good video compilation. And years later, when Grey's come out, my mum got the DVD as well of the time, and that included the other stuff like like Notorious, and actually Barbarella, Ordinary World, that sort of stuff. Indeed, but it did have Easter eggs. Obviously, the uncensored version did actually make it as an Easter egg on the greatest DVD, along with some, I think, a music video for the Liberty album as well. Violence of Summer as well. So there's a bit of an interesting thing really about it. So yeah, it's interesting. It's more interesting that you have good pop songs, very sort of detailed, very filmic music videos at the time. And this is part of when MTV was starting out, really. And then you got all this stuff on here. Again, to be honest, it's like only pornography really in a way. So in some cases, with especially like Girls on Film and The Chauffeur, included on there at the time, really. So yeah, obviously it's the original A3 video. It's still in its black case, and it was released by Picture Music International, which had a bit of do with EMI, but it's also part with the video collection as well. I think the video collection actually came in and helped distribute more of them, obviously, which in later reissues you probably checking some videos like it's partly says it's part of Video Collection International, Picture Music International. It sort of fits in a way, and they did carry on to doing some more reissues in the 90s, especially when VCI taken over as well, rebranded and then taken over. But yeah, it's something really. I mean, this is quite an odd to itself. Again, it's an early video from the early 80s. You're talking. My VHS collection at the time was probably consisted of stuff from beginning of 1986. And that's still regarded old. This is more older. So there we go. So yeah, great music video compilation of a good band, brilliant British band from Birmingham, and yes, there we go. I've talked about Duran. It just says Duran. It's from 1983. So there we go, guys. Thank you guys for watching. See you in the next video.